Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick here with another episode of 9 to 5 Crypto, and today we're talking about regulation. Yep, Gary Gensler and the boys are back at it again. We're also talking about the bipartisan bill that's signed today into law by President Joe Biden, and yes, that affects you as a cryptocurrency holder. And then lastly, we're talking about the CEO of Binance that is pro-regulation and why he might be. Anyhow, if you like 5-minute or less videos on cryptocurrency and the crypto sphere, stay tuned. Let's get rolling. Guys, rolling into our first story. Crypto mining stocks dip as SEC issues subpoena for Marathon digital mining facility. Yep, SEC's back at it again. Now they're targeting digital miners. The SEC has ordered crypto mining from firm Marathon Digital Holdings to produce documents and communications for one of its mining facilities in Montana. According to Monday filing with the SEC, Marathon Digital received a subpoena regarding an investigation into possible violations of the federal securities law related to its Hardin, Montana data center. Marathon Digital said it was cooperating with the SEC's investigation, but did not go into details regarding the subpoena. A separate filing from the October 2020 shows the company issued 6 million shares of restricted common stock in transactions exempt from registration. So, yeah, you have the Marathon Digital trying to cooperate with the SEC, and you have the SEC now, probably using some of that information that they discovered in their discovery process through that cooperation to now knock on doors and possibly litigate against these groups, as they have done prior. The negative part here is share prices of Marathon Digital stock dropped roughly 17% on Monday to $63.07 as news of the subpoena reached major outlets, as did those from major crypto mining firms, including Riot Blockchain, Bitfarms, Bit Digital, and Hut 8, falling 6%, 2%, 3%, and 5% respectively. So yeah. You can see that, Marathon Digital also announced it was planning to buy more Bitcoin and set up new crypto miners through a $500 million private debt offering. So, are you guys a fan of the SEC? Do you think that they're maybe overstepping their regulation here? Or do you think that their just regulation is necessary here and it's going to create a standard moving forward? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, story number 2, President Joe Biden to sign the bipartisan infrastructure bill into law. Here's how crypto investors will be impacted. This is happening today. President Joe Biden will sign the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill into law on Monday. Yes, today, November 15th. This affects all of us. If you invest in crypto, it affects you. There's an issue with it as well. Overstated 1099-Bs. One provision would require each broker, which would mainly be exchanges, to report their cryptocurrency gains in a type of 1099 form. Brokers will also have to disclose the names and addresses of their customers. The issue here is that there is a broad definition of broker, which you can see. Critics worry that, as written, the provision's definition of a broker is too broad. So cryptocurrency advocates are concerned that the current language could potentially target those without customers who wouldn't have access to the information needed to comply. So yeah, you need to go find information on your customers that you don't have, because I don't have customers. Do you? Let me know down in the comments below. All right. A good example of this is if an investor were to send $100,000 worth of Bitcoin from their self-custody wallet, so like a Ledger Nano or, a Decent wallet or YubiKey, whatever, to their Coinbase wallet and sell the funds, Coinbase would be required to issue a 1099 saying that the investor sold $100,000. But Coinbase will not know how much the investor initially paid for the Bitcoin because it didn't happen on their exchange. Indeed, they would not know. As a result, Coinbase will not know the investor's cost basis, which may lead to an overstated 1099. Yeah. And there's the issue of privacy and surveillance. Another provision expands a section of the U.S. tax code called 6050I to include digital assets. Section 6050I requires that people who receive more than $10,000 in cash and equivalents file a report to the IRS. Any failure to report details about the sending payments is considered a felony offense. You'd be considered a felon, a criminal, dirty criminal. Ugh, so dirty. The infrastructure bill provision would require similar from businesses and exchanges when they receive more than $10,000 in cryptocurrency, while it doesn't have any direct burden on the end taxpayer. It will impact their privacy. So another example of this, say you buy a Tesla with one Bitcoin valued at $60,000. The car seller, the business, has to collect your personal information like your name, address, social security number, so they can report that to the IRS. And then this surveillance rule has been called unworkable. Crypto people are privacy conscious. I thought they said concerns here. I was like, geez. But yeah, this is going to affect your privacy as well. And it's just kind of concerning, but the provision will not take effect until 2024. And that's also highlighted for the story being updated below. And all right, so we've been talking about a lot of regulation. Here we're on our third story of the night. And we're talking about the CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, if I pronounced that correctly, also formerly also known as CZ, and Squawkbox. And I just wanted to play you guys a little snippet of this. So I'm going to pause real quick, and we're going to close.
I don't know, more regulation, maybe more clarity about how everything's being done, just because it's getting so big now that there's no way around it at this point. You're not really centralized. You're not domiciled anywhere where you could be subject to regulatory agencies. So just to concede that's coming and to be a part of doing it instead of against doing it is in your best interest right now.
Absolutely. I think right now we're at the pivotal point, and we need to change from a technology company into a financial services company. And we started this process 4 or 5 months ago, and we've done a lot since then. It's very clear for a centralized exchange, we need a centralized structure. So we are setting up headquarters, offices, regional headquarters, and local branches, etc. And we have physical location, we have real entities, etc. So that whole, when we started as a decentralized organization, but as the industry gets bigger, the regulators are looking at this industry, and decentralized organizations, the regulators don't know how to work with decentralized structures. So we're setting up all those centralized structures now. And we believe very strongly that regulations are good for this industry. Right now, crypto adoption is probably around 5%, probably 400 to 500 million people around the world have crypto. Those are the early adopters. For the rest of the 7.5 billion.
All right, guys, so I'm going to leave the rest of that video for you, but do you think that, regulators are trying to learn how to work with DeFi or decentralization in general, or do you think maybe they're coming to regulate some of these bigger movers out of the space that get, that aren't compliant? Or maybe it's a combination of both. I think, there's a common sense approach to regulation. I just think that you don't want to see, legitimate companies getting shut down because, things like they can't comply, right? If you're listed as a broker and you're not a broker, well, we need new regulation for that because not everyone is a broker. I don't have customers when it comes to cryptocurrency. You might not either. So guys, let me know down in the comments below what you thought about today's episode. And until next time, guys, always remember, coffee's on me.